Hey everybody, thanks for joining us. In today's message, I want to ask the question, do we have enough room in our hearts to be able to receive the answers to our prayers after we've prayed them? See, Jesus said this. He said, have so much faith in God that when you pray, believe you're going to receive, believe you're going to get answers. But he coupled that with, and when you stand praying, forgive anybody, forgive everybody that you have a grievance against. Now think about that. He said that in Mark 11:22-25 if you want to look that up. But let's think about that for a second. Why did Jesus say you need to couple forgiveness when you're asking God in faith to answer your prayers? See, what I believe he was saying is this. When we hold grudges, when we have anger, when we have the inability to forgive, then we've left no room in our hearts for God to fill them back up in the form of answered prayer. See, we've got no love in our hearts, and so God has a hard time filling our hearts with answered prayer because our hearts are just filled with the unwillingness to forgive. That unwillingness to forgive evidently is a barrier. It's an obstacle for us to be able to receive God's best. We pray in faith, we're believing for an answer, but we've got something against our brother who we need to be loving and forgiving. See, God made us in His own image and likeness, and if that's true, then we can have faith in Him, but we also can forgive others the way He forgives us. But if there's no room because of hatred in our heart or unforgiveness in our heart, there's no place to put that answered prayer of love back in us. Think of it like a sponge filled with water. If you've got a sponge and it's full of water and you try to put more water in it, what happens? That water just splashes off, doesn't it? There's no more room in that sponge to put new water. But if you squeeze that sponge dry of the old, dirty, nasty water, then it allows very quickly, in an instant, new water, fresh water, to come in and to overtake it with good, clean water. If our hearts are filled with bitterness and unforgiveness, let's squeeze them dry by forgiving all those who have done anything to us. And when we do that, we become free to receive. Now, we know new habits are hard to form, aren't they? So let's make a commitment right now to approach prayer in the way Jesus taught us. Approach it in faith. Believe that we're going to receive. But when we pray, go ahead and also forgive anybody of anything that they've done for you. And all that animosity, all that grudge that you've had within you, that anger that's built up within your heart, it'll all leave. You're literally squeezing it dry of all that mess, all those obstacles. And when we do that, we'll be open to receive the love of God in the form of answered prayer. We're going to make room for His best by squeezing out what we don't need to have. I hope that inspires you a little bit. I hope you like that. I hope that's something you can hang on to and go practice in your faith walk with God. Thank you again for joining us. Don't forget you can find us on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram and Pinterest and LinkedIn. We want to be wherever you are. We want to help you. We love you. We thank you for all you do. Hope to see you again soon. Thanks for joining us. God bless. Bye-bye.